Today's Spotlight on Naperville is brought to you in part by Welcome back to Spotlight on Naperville. I'm Nancy Wearsome, and we're going to turn our attention now to the power of choice. And I'm sure everyone has been seeing the posters around town, hopefully. And we have with us Karen Jarczyk, is Prevention Director at 360 Youth Services. Love it. And Jenny Maloney is a parent with the Power of Choice campaign. So good to have you, Jenny.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
And Sergeant Brad Marsh is Youth Investigations and Services with the Naperville Police Department. So good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Well, Karen, let's start by explaining what the Power of Choice is.
Sure. The Power of Choice is a primary substance abuse prevention program. And we're focused on growing the number of youth, young people in our community who are alcohol, tobacco, and other drug-free. We want to help them make those healthy choices. It's a massive communication campaign taking place in 17 local high schools and junior highs and middle schools in District 203 and 204.
And that is a lot of schools.
It is.
That is a lot of schools.
A lot of buildings.
And we should say, this is a very collaborative effort. 360 Youth Services leads the collaborative, but let's talk about who else is in it.
Yes, Districts 203 and 204, the Naperville Police Department, DuPage County Health Department, Linden Oaks, Ed Edwards, Gateway, Kids Matters. I'm hoping I got them all.
I think you got most of them. Yes.
Parent volunteers.
So really everybody working together,
Yes.
which is so important for our community, that people do come together for our kids.
We have the same goal of keeping our young folks healthy, so it's wonderful that we can do that together.
Now, one of the partners is the Naperville Police Department. So, Sergeant Marsh, I want to ask you why in the police department you think it is so important to have the power of choice.
Well, I think everybody sees the police out there and they see us as an enforcing arm of government, and I think it's important for us to be involved in kind of the intervention and prevention of some of the problems that you'd work on connected with alcohol, tobacco, and drug use.
I'm sure you would much rather be part of prevention than the other.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
So, well, we so appreciate your stepping up for it too. So thank you. And Jenny, let's ask you, because you're a parent.
Yeah, I am.
How did you become involved?
I originally met with one of the members of the campaign in the interest of becoming a parent volunteer. And when I learned about this program, how positive it was, how effective it was, I was so impressed, and I knew I wanted to be a part of it, to volunteer some time. It protects all the kids in the district, our district, District 203 and 204, our children, my children, and our community. So what better thing, could you want?
Absolutely. What a great place for a parent to put their volunteer time, right?
Well, and they do such a great job. They do the research, they collaborate, and this stuff works.
Well, it's wonderful
Helps
to
us
hear
all.
parents say that too.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a 7th grader, you said?
I do, yes. 7th grader and a 4th grader.
Very important time in their life. Well, Karen, let's talk about it. You said it's a wide communication plan. So let's talk about some of the resources available to parents.
Well, the campaign itself is focused on youth and parents. So for youth, we have materials in their schools, posters, little newspapers, candy with labels, which they absolutely love. The labels have the little data points on them. We do classroom presentations. So there's a campaign that's focused on youth. And then there's also a campaign focused on parents, which we're calling Parents Use Your Power, which this year features posters that are up and around the community in different local businesses. We have ads in local publications and stickers on the newspapers, promos with NCTV, whole bunches of things. And most importantly, our monthly newsletters for parents, where there's powerful tips for prevention within them, and then our website, which is loaded with resources for both youth and parents.
And that website is thepowerofchoice.info.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Thepowerofchoice.info, and I know they're going to put that up there. So many resources on that website. Jenny, tell us about a few that you...
I love this website. Yeah, when I first saw it, I'm a parent, you know how that is. They have parent resources, and Sergeant here can speak to that, what to do for party guidelines, curfew, things that we wouldn't otherwise know about. The parents use your power. It's parenting tools. Take a few minutes. It's every month. Parents can learn so much about everything from how to talk to our kids about drug prevention, substance abuse, and they not only have prevention education for us to help our kids, but they have intervention and treatment if families should need those things
Those
as well.
resources are on the website as well.
They're all
Yes.
there. But I love the parenting tips, how to talk to our kids about certain things. It keeps them safe.
Gives them some language, gives you some language as a parent that maybe would be helpful. And I know you
Absolutely.
mentioned the party guide,
Right.
because that is so difficult for parents when kids want to gather for parties and how to keep that safe. You must have some thoughts on that. What do you think is most valuable on that website for parents?
Well, it would be the party guidelines, and that's to let parents know and remind them of what curfew is in town and how to arrange get-togethers for kids that aren't mainly centered on drinking alcohol or anything like that, but provide places to go or things to do other than what the kids might naturally go towards. So there's different things that you can provide through that.
It's fantastic. And Karen, I want to ask you, how big is the role parents play in keeping their kids
It's the most
healthy?
important role. It's the most powerful role parents have. They really lay that foundation for prevention in terms of alcohol, tobacco, and other drug use with their children. We know that children, all the research shows that parents are the most important factor, and that all the research also shows that children whose parents talk to them about alcohol, tobacco, and other drug use, they're less likely to use. So it's really important that parents take that active role.
And that is the perfect place to leave it. So we thank you so much for being on. Powerful segment, I must say. So thank you so much. Keep up the great work, and we should all be looking at that website.
Fabulous. Thank you, Nancy.
Thank
Thanks so
you.
much.
And we're going to take a very short break. When we come back, more Spotlight on Naperville, so stay with us.